from their Prairie Sunset video.
What he said. Welcome back to another Prairie Sunset Ranch farm video. I'm Aaron, and here's my little helper Hoyt. Little cowboy Hoyt. Anyways, it was cold out last night. Minus 47 Celsius with the wind chill factor. Minus 36 Celsius straight up on the thermometer. So with that said, I had to lock the sheep in the dairy barn with the heat lamps on down the middle alley. We are expecting lambs pretty soon. They like to drop it in this weather. So I did some precautionary locking up last night just to do the fact it is so darn harsh out. Hopefully we don't have any calves. There shouldn't be any calves. If there is an early calf, then there's problems in this weather. So we're gonna go do that. I also had to do some horse wrangling. Dakota, Boots, and Chevy decide to go out into the alfalfa field. So I had to go wrangle them up with the old Yamaha. So anyways, that's enough chit chat. It's cold out here. Let's pitter patter and get at her. Woo! Well, I let the mule warm up. Needless to say, it's a little frosty in here still. I even got the heater pumping, but oh, he's a crazy animal. Anyways, Hoyt and I are the only ones brave enough to venture out today. Mama Bear said no way, Win. Baby Win and her are staying in the house. I think that's a smart decision. Well, we actually had we didn't lock the dogs up obviously in the barn. That is. Hoyt just bought some rabbit poop, but I think it's sheep poop. Maybe he's right actually. It does look like rabbit poop. Actually. Holy, you are right. Hoyt, you're a professional trapper. Well, I hear the maniacs. This is always like the morning, these cold nights. I always dread, because sometimes it's a disaster in here. Let's hope I'm wrong. Hello, maniacs. Oh, it's nice in here. It is nice and toasty. Come on, girls. Let's go get some water. Let's go get some water. I have plastic on the front door to keep it nice and airtight in here. I have the windows plastic off. It's actually very nice in here. Like I could be in a sweater. They did do some pushing, but I don't see any problems. No sheep, no baby lambs, so it's a good thing. We'll be locking them in here again tonight. But we got heat lamps down the middle. It is actually, can't even see your breath in here. It's really amazing. The warmth being put off by this lamp. Anyways, we got to get on with the checks. I'm concerned about my other water bowl. That's what I'm concerned about. We'll give the sheepers I'll get them out. Good start to the day. I'm very happy there are no babies, because actually in there it probably been fine. It was warm in there. Very impressed with that plastic across the door. It really keeps it warm. We calve on the other side of this barn. We actually calve out the heifers. So you put 15 heifers in there. You get in there in the morning and you could literally be in a thin sweater. Even if it's minus 30 outside, it doesn't matter. So let's go check this water. Now I would have normally gone and checked the big tire water first, because there's so much water in there. That's why it's gonna give you trouble. I'm gonna bet it's probably no issues with it, just due to the fact there's no wind. And I cleaned it out last night before I came in. But I wanted to get to the sheep just to make sure there's no lambs in there or issues, because I have a brooder light and a couple pens bedded up, so I'm ready. I got my lamb colostrum feeding tube bottles. I got everything ready for lambing. And we also got some calving supplies ready just in case we start up. There's gonna be a couple that start up a little sooner, but I have them marked. I know exactly which ones to watch, so. Oh, wait, I think we got a problem. Yeah, look, water bowl isn't full, it's stuck. The float, watch out, wait. The float is stuck on a piece of grass. Look, right here. Oh, lucky. That's called having a horseshoe up your butt, because that could have been frozen in this weather very easily. That's my biggest complaint with here. You get a little piece of grass by that float, and it sticks to that. They drink a little bit, freezes to that black thing, and then to the float. It doesn't activate, doesn't drop, it holds it up. So they drink and it doesn't fill up. So that's my only complaint with this water, but got lucky this time. Well, everything looks good. We bedded these guys up yesterday, the calves. We got tons of hay. So there we go. Good morning. Can't complain, eh? Hoyt, what do you figure? Is it cool out?
Cold.
Well, taking the snowmobile and I just saw the horses out in the field. I left my gate open and I went and did a cattle check, and the horses were out in the field, so I gotta go get them back. I just forgot it open when I checked the cattle, and naughty Chevy, naughty Boots, and naughty Dakota. Chevy, I'd like you to comment, how awesome was it being out? Yeah, eh? Well, you got a brand new hay bale over there, right? But I'm not going to give them oats right now because I don't want to reward them for running out in the field. They knew they shouldn't have been there, so oh well, luckily I caught it. Lucky thing I didn't leave the gate open. I was feeding up in the back for a couple hours or something, and then these guys are like gone. Boy, days like this, they're April's horses. Just gonna take our the Three Amigos bedding bale. I'm gonna put it in, just do the fat. It's gonna be so cold out, and it snowed on their other bedding, so I'm gonna throw this inside their shelter so they can get out of the wind. If it's gonna be windy, at least they can get somewhere dry with bedding. So I'll probably just pop it into the shelter. I'll go cut the twines. I should go cut the twines right now, actually. There you go. Got some nice bedding now. Well, I'm glad they're living up to their name, hay burners. Look at this. can I do hay burner 1, hay burner 2, and big hay burner 3. Enjoy! Enjoy, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good day. This is a nice bale, man. Holy, this is a nice primo bale. I'll show you right away what this is it's all about. I'm sure this girl's gonna face off. Try to get in front of the bale. Oh, of course. Watch out. I'm going to try to go right beside it down that little hill. It should unroll a little better than this. They still have lots of hay they're chewing on, but this is a really nice primo bale. See me, it's gonna be so darn cold tonight, minus 37. I want to make sure they got some good hay in them. So yeah, it's one of those deals where just to help them out, eh? Let's go take a look at this hay. Oh. Hey, it's Panda Bear. I like her, she's nice. Little girl, but nice. Alfalfa, grass. Smells so good. It's fantastic hay. So this will keep them until well, they still have lots in their feeders, but that's mediocre hay. So they'll get them through the cold tonight, and then I'm taking them a bedding bale as well. And then onto the heifers. Heifers need to be bedded and fed. On with the adventure. So I always got my eyes on the weather. So for example, I fed up a couple days ago. I fed up 9 bales. I think it was 2 days ago. And I fed a mixture of hay. There's some mediocre hay. There's no rough hay, just kind of mediocre. A little bit of wild hay, some field hay with minimal alfalfa, but it's still nice at that. More like grass hay. And I looked at the weather, seeming I was out here already, I had to bed, but typically my normal practice is if it's going to be below minus 30, so with the wind chill, if it's going to be minus 30 or below, so minus 30, minus 38, etc., I'm going to come out here kind of towards the late afternoon like now, and I'm going to unroll. I'm going to make sure everyone has some good hay. But the calves always have the best hay. They always have some alfalfa hay. Like, it's always, their feeders are full of the primo stuff. But everything else, the heifers, the main herd, the horses always have good hay. I don't worry about them. The sheep are always fed up A1. So, but the main herd, I always feed up a really good alfalfa mixed bale. And I make sure I roll it out so they can all consume some. And I like to believe it just helps them weather these cold temperatures. So if we were supposed to have 2 nights of that, you know, I would do the same thing. You know, I'll go out tomorrow too if it's gonna be minus 37, minus 38. To me, that's excessive cold. You're gonna have to do more than your regular work to keep the animals well looked after. Yeah, you could get away with not, but I choose to do that. So anyways, a little bit about that. You know, some days you come out here and you bed, the next day or that night or whatever, you get a big snowfall and you're like, oh, do I really have to go bed, you know, go bed all the animals again? I don't really wanna, you know, who wants to? Look at this. That's what makes it all worthwhile, right there. You know, they're all laying around laying on the dry bedding, just living the good life. And it actually just makes you think, wow, you know what was the even, why did I even think of possibly not going to bed them right now? You know, because it's kind of a pee off. You know, I bedded a full wheat straw bale there the day before, but you get snow, and what can you do? I try not to plan like that, but they need somewhere to lay in the meantime. So it's luckily we have the straw this year and the bedding and everything, so it's not too bad. But some years I'd be like chewing my nails saying, oh, I was gonna feed that straw bale. So, but we're lucky this year. And to keep the animals, you got to keep the animals comfortable. If they've got comfortable, happy animals, they're going to be healthy and they're going to produce for you. And you know, the more gains the calves get, the less stress they have. You know, especially cold stress. Like tonight's going to be close to minus 40 Celsius. Things have to be bedded down. You have to. There's no question about it. So you got to find a way to do it, and to feed them. At that temperature, they have to have feed in their feeders. They gotta have full feeders. You know, otherwise, you know, it's hard on them. It's hard on them. You're lucky if you get away without any bad or ill effects if you don't properly look after them in that weather. But you know, rule of thumb is our animals are friggin' spoiled animals. But that's the way I like to do it. But I did find, when I first got back here, I like to overdo things. I like to overfeed and overdo everything, overbed, overfeed. And I actually found the best way. There's a nice happy medium. There's a nice middle way to feed them. You know, for example, if their feeders aren't quite empty, you go there and you move the feeders and you put molasses on the hay, or even leave the feeder there. If it's a smaller feeder they can access all the way in, you make them clean up, and I'm telling you, you'll save yourself a ton of hay, a ton of headaches, and everything eats. So I don't know, now I feed them a little differently, more so like my dad taught me, rather than plugging them and then, oh, the feeder's 70% empty, you know, go and put new bales in. But even at that, we don't like to feed more than twice in the same spot anyways, so we're constantly moving the feeders regardless. So usually the day before I feed up, I'll go move the feeders, I'll unroll a bale, and then at night they'll pluck away, they'll clean up the rest of the hay that was at the bottom, and then they'll just use the rest as bedding. So it's perfect. It's a fantastic system, really simple, but you got to figure it out. Every farm is different. Every farm's gonna have a different system that works for us, and it eliminates our wastage significantly. So that's how we do it. What can I say? Here's the second and final bale for my young girls here on the heifer side. Heifers are looking nice this year. They're looking A1. Really happy with the looks of this crew. Really happy. Let's go take a quick look at them. I'll show you them. Really nice looking red Angus this year. Hey, nice straight backs. Yeah, they look nice. She's a little shorter, she's thick. This one's probably my smallest girl. I don't know. Comes from really good mother. I think this year's heifers are going to do good for us. I have a lot of faith in them. You know what? I really watched who we pulled from, and every heifer that's here comes from good bloodlines. I made sure they were tagged, written down, and I think they're going to do good. I guess we'll find out. I'm going to be starting calving in a little while. You guys will find out whether I'm talking through my behind or not. But I really like, they're nice. They're a nice crew. They definitely quieten down nice, and you know, I hope my pets do good. Last year I was a little disappointed with the 2 graze, but we'll see. I hope they pull through. Well, the heifers are finally looked after. They got their hay, they got their bedding. They're all eating comfortably. It is time for Aaron to sign off. We will see you next weekend with an all-new Prairie Sunset Ranch farm vlog. I gotta get in, get myself a beer, and watch the Winnipeg Jets win a game. Woo! Have a good one. Stay safe, stay healthy. See you next weekend. Bye for now.